Bentornati signori, nell'ultimo episodio abbiamo curato l'equipaggio dal morbo del corsaro e adesso siamo pronti per partire verso nuove avventure. Vediamo la mappa dove ci porta. Allora, possiamo scegliere tra la zona 4 aberrazioni, i moli di Yseult, se non ho sbagliato la pronuncia. Va bene, direi di andare prima qui però. Sicuramente affrontare nuovi nemici e soprattutto molto probabilmente potenti non farà altro che migliorare la nostra esperienza.
Is that a fighting arena of some sort? I don't see any demons around.
Look! There's something spewing out of the middle!
I sense a really malicious force emanating from it.
It's probably the vengeful spirits of those who fought and died here looking for glory!
Thanks for that. Now I've got goosebumps.
Let's try not to wind up as more vengeful spirits.
Bene, vediamo di cosa si tratta. Nell'arena è possibile combattere ondate di demoni. Seleziona evoca demoni per schierare i demoni e iniziare ovviamente a combattere. Quando avrai sconfitto un determinato numero di demoni, la battaglia si concluderà quando ovviamente li avrai eliminati tutti. Se vieni sconfitto in battaglia ritornerai esattamente nelle condizioni precedenti. Completando una sfida per la prima volta verrai premiato con una ricompensa, quindi ovviamente impegnati al massimo. Va bene, direi di evocare i demoni ed iniziare. Direi che finora non abbiamo incontrato nessun ostacolo importante. Li facevo molto più difficili. Direi di andare di mistica. Bene, oramai non dovrebbe mancare molto, infatti.
I thought we were done for.
Va bene, abbiamo recuperato un bel po' di roba, una bella ricompensa insomma. Alterazioni di stato veleno, va bene, non ci interessa. Bene, abbiamo sconfitto tutti i demoni che c'erano qui e abbiamo anche acquistato questa
Looks
ventite.
like we won't be joining the party.
I can see why this place is the stuff of cautionary bedtime stories.
Not to mention why the Abbey's keeping way the hell away.
We shouldn't let our guard down. But this place could still be a good chance to hone our combat skills.
Indeed. Most everything we fought here seems to follow a pattern. This is a good place for tactical training.
If we ever end up on another island like this one, we should probably come prepared for the kinds of enemies we'll face.
Bene, direi a questo punto di fare un giro intorno all'isola per vedere cosa c'è. Secondo me qualche tesoro, qualcosa dovrebbe trovarsi qui sopra. Non credo che sia un'isola dove semplicemente si affrontano nemici. A quanto pare abbiamo la possibilità di riaffrontare gli stessi in un'ulteriore battaglia, ma adesso non ci perdiamo tempo. Questo magari lo farò in un secondo tempo, poi vedremo off camera o se ve lo farò vedere, insomma. Però non ho abbastanza spiriti. Va bene, torniamo alla nave, va. Bene, a questo punto direi prima di tornare dove eravamo prima e dopodiché raggiungeremo la nuova meta. Sì, torniamo a Rinid per il momento, perché lì almeno so dove andare per curarmi e magari anche per fare alcuni acquisti. Ma speravo di trovare nemici un po' più forti. Spero che nelle prossime zone avrò, diciamo, pane per i miei denti, perché altrimenti queste zone, se non sono leggermente più difficili, potrebbero rivelarsi come un flop del gioco. Speriamo di no, speriamo che mi sbaglio. Va bene signori, ci vediamo dopo. Bene, siamo tornati alla nave. Ora raggiungiamo i mari del sud. Ecco qui, moli di Yseult, città dei mari del sud. Andiamo.
It's too bad that wasn't the real Ifreed. But I'm glad everyone on the ship is feeling better.
Yeah. Though it sounds like they never want to touch that Salatoma stuff ever again.
What about Eleanor?
She took it too. And her face went all... wow!
I don't mean how she looked. I mean how she actually feels.
Oh. Well, she looks like she feels better too.
Good.
You're worried about her, aren't you, Velvet?
No, it's nothing like that.
Let me tell you something, kiddo. When young maidens ripen, they have trouble expressing their feelings.
So Velvet's... ripen?
Mogilu! Quit giving Laphicet confusing thoughts!
No trouble expressing those feelings, I see.
The Abbey is supposed to exist to bring peace and order to the world. Everything the Abbey does, everything Lord Melchior and Shepherd Artorius do, it ought to be rooted in that mission. And yet, something just doesn't feel right here.
You are dismissed. That knowledge is not for you.
Something wrong? Whoa! Easy there. Just asking.
Sorry. I was just deep in thought. Is there something you need from me?
Nah. Just heard a bunch of sighs and wondered if you were feeling sick or anything.
No, I drank my Salatoma juice.
Ah. Tasted like crap, didn't it?
It wasn't that bad.
Hey,
What?
are you afraid of demons?
No, I am not. It's more like I despise them. 10 years ago, a group of them attacked my village. They destroyed everything. And everyone.
Including your family?
Yes. The only family I had at that point was my mother. And in all the chaos, she... All I have left of her is this hand mirror she gave me. I didn't want anyone else to have to feel the way I did. And so I became an exorcist in order to destroy demons. So you can keep your pity.
Gotcha. I will then.
Bene, a quanto pare la ragazza qui ha un vissuto molto duro e ovviamente non è così facile da unirsi, aggregarsi a un gruppo di demoni. Bene, siamo arrivati.
What is that?
That's called a penguin, a type of bird native to this area.
Penguin.
Their meat is succulent and tender, and makes a lovely stew.
Wow, what's it taste like?
You'd eat that poor thing? Savage.
You're one to talk, demon. It was one of my mother's specialties.
All right, enough of the chit-chat. Magilu, what's this grimoire friend of yours like?
Well, how do I put it? Oh. You know, like that.
Like what?
Well, to put it in a way those of meager imagination can understand, Grimm's got a sort of listless, aristocratic air about her. A noble woman in her twilight, you could say.
Huh. So you mean like a woman, but different from Velvet and Eleanor.
You're not wrong there. Tell you what, just keep an eye out for a grown woman.
Grown woman. Okay, I got it.
Well, since we got her name, we could start by asking around.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What's up, kiddo?
Magilu, you're a grown woman yourself. So why is it you have trouble clearly expressing your real feelings?
Good question. Put simply, a long time ago, mine broke. Bagow! Chapoom! Bye-bye!
Your feelings broke?
Come on. Let's question the townsfolk.
Bene, siamo arrivati a questa città dei mari del sud. La prima cosa che conviene fare è iniziare a esplorare un po' il posto qui e vedere che cosa c'è di buono. Pepe. Vediamo anche in giro, vediamo un po' cosa dicono. Venite tutti dal nord, benvenuti a Yseult. L'arcipelago di Southgang è composto da centinaia di isole tropicali. Ogni isola aveva la sua città e la sua cultura prima dell'avvento della demonite, ma niente paura, sull'isola ci sono esorcisti in quantità che garantiscono sicurezza. Allora stiamo a posto.
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Are you talking to me, perchance?
I am. You look so deeply sinful I wouldn't even know where to begin. Now confess!
Oh, how long have I waited to bare my soul to someone? But I've always lacked the courage. Praise be to the Empyreans who have bestowed upon me this chance today!
Ah, your devotion to the Empyreans is most...
No! It is you who has captured my devotion, my darling! There's no one else I want but you!
What? Me? But my life is in service to the Empyreans.
Hush! I want you to look at me the way I look at you. Hold me, darling! Smother me in your embrace!
I don't...
Those were the kind of lines I read in a romance novel. It wasn't even that exciting a book. I wasted so many hours with that piece of trash. Please, forgive me for not putting myself to better use.
Lying to a priest! How could you?
Oh no, I meant to confess my sins, but instead my confession was another sin! Forgive me, Father, I've transgressed once more.
I don't want to forgive you!
Grande Magilu. Vediamo di qua cosa c'è. Una grotta sembra. Abbiamo raggiunto intanto la zona del nostro obiettivo.
Still no leads on that grimoire lady.
Magulu, when did you get that letter from her you mentioned?
Hard to say. It must have been last year? A decade ago?
Take this seriously, or I'll feed you to the sharks.
Oh, what? I think I'd at least rate a kraken.
Keep this up and I swear I'll eat... It's them!
Sono qui, I due fratelli
The final
esorcisti.
preparations are complete. Once you've assumed your new post, everyone will act on your command.
Thank you, sister. But to be honest, I worry that these shoes I'm filling might just be a bit too big for me.
You need not worry. You possess a special strength and quality that others lack. Shepherd Artorias has high hopes for your deployment to Palamedes. Fear not. Just be yourself and you'll do fine. Believe you're a leader, and you will be.
Yes, I'll try to make you proud, sister.
They're sending him to Palamedes? Is that the name of a facility on this island?
I had better get going.
Safe travels.
Oh, one more thing. Be careful around the demon in Haria. It's stronger than it looks. We've even had some casualties.
Understood.
Also, if you must drink the water, remember to boil it.
Sister...
I know, I worry too much. But I just can't help myself.
Bene, quindi qui ci sono demoni molto più potenti.
So, there's a demon in Haria. Sounds like it's a pretty feisty one, too.
If so, it may prove useful.
Still, what magical timing for Oscar to show up here at the very same hour we do.
I understand your suspicion of me, but have you any proof?
None, it's true. But as an exorcist, you're certainly sympathetic to the Abbey's cause.
And soon you may wish we were sympathetic.
Eleanor hasn't been snitching on us. I'm sure of it.
And how would you know? Are you watching her even when she's taking a bath?
Huh? No, I don't. I always stay outside when she's taking a bath. And...
Then isn't it possible she's communicating with the Abbey in secret while you're not there?
You pledged to obey me until the day you die, correct?
Yes, that I did.
Remember, when you two trade blows, only the Abbey wins.
One less demon, and one less traitor for them to worry about.
while we're standing around here arguing, that demon could be attacking Grimoire.
It's true. Let's find some more people to question around town.
Continua a esserci una rivalità assurda tra Eleanor e Velvet. Allora. Oh, finalmente. Vediamo qui cosa c'è. Ne ho anche troppo. Aringa. Un po' di pesciolino. Facciamo arrosto. Perfetto, abbiamo migliorato tutto. Adesso vediamo questo tizio che vuole.
It looks like Bienfu.
Ah, a keen eye you have, young man. That is a doll of the Empyrean Aminoch.
That's Empyrean Aminoch?
Yep, no doubt about it. I've seen her with my own eyes. Real dignified, but not without a bit of a temper.
You saw her? Why was she angry?
Well, the Abbeys banned any profession of the Aminochian faith in Southgand, despite her popularity. Gotta assume that's what got her all bent out of shape. I tried talking to her, but no matter what I said, she was just like, oh.
Wait, that sounds like...
And that low-energy goddess you saw? The doll you've got here looks like her?
Yeah, more or less.
Ha! Fortune smiles upon thee, weary adventurers. That listless goddess is none other than Grim.
Grimoire isn't human?
When did I ever say she was? So, shopkeep, where'd you see her?
I think it was down by McClear Beach.
Pensively watching the tide come in? That's her, all right. Quickly, to the beach!
Bene.
Why didn't you mention Grimoire as a MALAK before now?
You can't be too careful with that information. Spies, spies listening everywhere!
Dicevo, adesso abbiamo le informazioni necessarie sul luogo dove si può trovare questa tizia. Allora, vediamo se dobbiamo andare di qua, però mi sembra strano. Aspettate, vediamo bene. Ma forse sì invece. Ok, credo proprio che facciamo bene a uscire. Andiamo. Già. Ecco la spiaggia di McClear. Qui siamo.
Beautiful waters. So this is McClear Beach.
I hope she's actually here.
E abbiamo anche fantastici avversari da affrontare. Bene, ora che abbiamo cambiato un po' la strategia delle arti e abbiamo visto un po' le debolezze dei vari nemici, possiamo sfruttare queste ultime a nostro vantaggio.
Victory is ours.
Grazie alle strategie date dalle arti e la combinazione di debolezze possiamo essere praticamente invincibili. Anche questo è vulnerabile alla terra. Vediamo se possiamo aprire questo scrigno. No.
So what's it really like?
Huh?
The connection between MALAK and Vessel. Do you share, like, thoughts and feelings?
Sort of. When I'm dwelling inside Eleanor, I can see what she sees and hear what she hears. But I can't read her thoughts or her emotions. Sitting in a box doesn't teach you how the box feels.
I see. In that case, I want to give her as little time alone as possible.
I don't want to bathe with her, alright?
I know. You're a boy and all. For her baths, we can send Bienfu. No, that's a bad idea. It'll have to be Magilou, or myself.
Phew.
What sort of boundaries have you and Eleanor drawn? How do you sleep?
We talk before bed sometimes, but it's not like I'm sleeping by her side or anything. It's easier for me to tell when she wakes up if I'm dwelling inside her.
Does she ever get out of bed at night?
Not in my experience. And she sleeps so peacefully.
Huh?
When she's around you guys, she always looks so stern. But when she's sleeping, her expression is softer, you could say. She lets her hair down too, and I think it's kind of prettier that way.
Huh. So that's what he likes. Well, keep an eye on her, but...
But?
Watch out for the older girls.
Huh? Teresa and Oscar sure seem close.
I've known them since I was an initiate, but I've never seen them quarrel, not even once.
Did you ever fight with your brother, Velvet?
Yeah, I guess I did. Sometimes I'd chew him out, and he'd sulk and stop talking to me, but I found that adorable too.
You did?
No matter how much he dug in his heels, or tried to talk like he was in charge, after a while he'd be right there trailing along behind me.
Like a little puppy dog.
Puppies are a lot more obedient. I always had to keep an eye on him. Little brothers are odd creatures.
Rokuro's a little brother. Is he adorable too?
Huh? I don't think a little brother who's out to kill you is in any way adorable.
But Shigure seemed like he was having fun.
Sometimes you just don't make sense.
Huh? I don't know.
Little brothers.
Do you have any siblings?
I'm an only child.
Well then, that's perfect. You pretend the boy is your little brother.
Huh?
That's a bit extreme, but actually, when I'm talking with Laphicet, sometimes I think, this is what having a brother must feel like.
I could be Eleanor's brother.
Don't take any of this nonsense seriously, Laphicet. Malakim are just tools to exorcists. She can never think of you as her brother.
Oh, yeah.
You're wrong. I've changed how I view Malakim. I know that's true because I can think of him as a brother.
Right.
She's all talk. Don't believe her.
It seems to me like you're the one who's treating him as a tool, by forcing your own opinions upon him.
Ooh, two sisters struggling for the affections of their brother. Eeny teeny candlestick, which one will the Muppet pick?
How about an older brother instead?
Infatti sì, povero Laphicet.
Looks like you
Bella. Ha fatto una combo, tutto un sacco di danni.
Unarmed? Hardly. On to battle!
Did you think you could escape me? This grimoire who we're searching for is a Malak like Bienfu, right? To be honest, I don't see how someone so different can be a Malak just the same as Laphicet or Yseult.
I understand your doubts. It's quite the tangly mess.
I'll tell you anything!
In that case, I've been wondering, what's underneath your hat?
Oh no! Anything but that!
So, we've hit a wall already.
But that ribbon flaps around and gets in the way, right? Could I take it off for you?
No! No! That's not possible! You mustn't remove the ribbon! Why not? That's another thing I can't say!
It's all cans with you. Alright, is there anything you can tell me?
I could talk about what type of Malakim we are, or our position in the world of Malakim, or our abilities. Oh, I'd like to know all that. Then I will tell you. Listen closely. We Norman are a well-established race of Malakim. Compared to other Malakim, we aren't as adept at manipulating natural forces, but we excel at drawing out and heightening the abilities of others.
Think of them as a convenient power-up.
They're also known as common spirits.
Don't even say that! We Norman hate being called that.
Why is it so painful for you?
Because it makes people think we're average and unremarkable. That's why we work so hard to show how we're all different.
That does explain your quirky speaking mannerisms.
Don't sweat it. That's a perfectly common thing to worry about.
Don't say that!
Infatti mi sono sempre chiesto l'utilità di quel coso. Vabbè, vediamo un po' cosa c'è qua sopra. Ottimo, piccolo tesoro. A questo punto proseguiamo. Ci siamo. Qui c'è anche un demone codice rosso, eccolo lì.
Is that...
Grimoire? She's moving away.
Abbiamo un problema.
A dragon?
Ok, che vola la terra.
Is it friends with Dial?
No escape! Let's go!
Conviene colpirla alle spalle. Ah.
Blast away the shadows of darkness! You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fight in order!
Perfetto.
Crash down!
Double haze!
Like Mila, it is I! First aid!
Double haze!
Deception!
1, 2!
Devo terminarlo con l'arte mistica.
Now, rise! Arise! Ascending! Angel!
Oh, damn it!
Like Mila! Double haze! Come on, put up some fight, okay?
Flagello vendicativo, abilità di battaglia di Rokuron.
So she's the same sort of Malak as Bienfu?
Your grimoire, right? We've been looking for you. We need your help. Who are you? I'm Velvet. I know your witch friend. Oh.
Grim, so
Non mi sembra che
wonderful to
voglia
see you.
aiutarci.
It's been forever!
Ah, you two. Still as outlandish a pair as ever, I see.
How exactly do you know her?
Witch training? She was an upperclassman.
And?
We found this fascinating ancient tome, and we were hoping you could read it for us.
Goodness, Magilu. You of all people joining a team? I didn't know you had it in you.
That keep me entertained.
Well, I don't need entertainment.
Bien! Come on, Grim! Isn't there any way you can help us?
It's not the kind of thing I do.
Oh, what a shame. Things happen. Well, we tried, didn't we?
Maybe you need some incentivizing. Do it. I'm serious. I bet you are. Your eyes tell me you're dangerous. Trouble follows you like a hawk tails a rabbit. And at my age, trouble is something I'd rather avoid.
How old are you?
Ask me again and you'll get a firework in the tush.
My apologies.
It appears we've wasted our time.
A walk on the beach is never wasted, but sorry.
Well, how did you learn to read the ancient tongue? Are there books for studying it or something?
My. Are you actually thinking of learning it on your own?
Well, I love reading, and I want to learn more about history. Besides, we need what's in this book.
You have passion, child, I'll give you that.
Not to mention you want to be helpful to Velvet, don't you, kid?
Yeah.
My tuition isn't cheap, you know.
You will teach me?
No, I won't. But I admire your dedication enough to read it for you. Now where's this book?
Here it is, ma'am.
You needn't be so formal.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Not ma'am. Right.
Let's see what we're looking at here. The language of ancient Avarost. Had to be the hard one, of course. A lot of wear and tear, too. This'll take some time. We're in a hurry.
That may well be, but this isn't the place for study. Let's move to someplace more comfortable.
You've redeemed yourself, young man. There's a village called Haria just a little ways away.
That works. Thank you.
Fine. Haria Village. Whatever gets the job done.
Bene, in qualche modo
Haria.
siamo
Isn't
riusciti a
that the village with that
convincere
demon that Oscar and Teresa were talking about?
I think it might
questo
be.
Malak ad
We should
aiutarci.
remain on our guard.
Bene, a questo punto entriamo in questo villaggio e aspettiamo. Vediamo cosa accadrà. Ci siamo. Dimora delle antiche credenze. Direi di andare alla taverna, come suggeriva Magilù. Ci siamo.
I apologize if I'm being rude, but I have to ask. You're not Aminoch the Empyrean, are you?
Of course I'm not. What would even make you ask such a thing?
A shop in Yseult was selling Aminoch figurines that looked just like you.
Oh, that. I distinctly remember whispering to the shopkeeper in his sleep, telling him not to sell those things.
You showing up in his dreams probably only convinced him you were the real deal. You should sue for his use of your likeness and get proper compensation from that shopkeeper.
Forget it. It's no concern.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like they'd ever sell anyway.
Oh, you think a figurine of mine wouldn't sell?
You've got this whole somber ennui thing going on. A figurine needs to be cute, like me.
Then how about I turn you into a product?
Me? Really?
Oh yes. I'll have you stuffed and mounted. But since it'd be a unique piece, I'd have to price it a bit higher.
Mounted? No, count me out!
Oh, you're no fun. Now, what was it we were talking about?
Whether or not you are the Empyrean Aminoch.
Ah, yes, that's right. I'm no Empyrean. I'm just a simple girl. It would be hard for anyone to worship an Empyrean like me, right?
That's true. I mean, it just seems like you're the type who can see through anything, so perhaps an Empyrean seems less intimidating from a certain point of view.
You're saying I'm scarier than an Empyrean?
Not scarier exactly, just more of a savvy sort of woman.
That's not a bad answer, but it won't get you out of the doghouse.
Tizia molto difficile questo Malak.
From what we heard in Yseult, demons are attacking villages, and more people are growing upset with the Abbey. So I hadn't expected things in Haria Village to be so laid back.
They might be on their best behavior because you're accompanied by an exorcist.
Huh. I didn't know you could see the world in more than just black and white.
The Abbey wouldn't entrust my responsibilities to someone who couldn't see beyond the surface. I have seen many things in my work. I've beheld both the light and the darkness in the world of men. Despite that, no, because of that, I won't turn away from the wrongs that I encounter. Moreover, I have faith. I believe there is good in all our souls.
The darkness, huh?
Yes, like you.
You're awfully direct. We could use a place to stay. Any rooms open?
Yep. Just finished cleaning, in fact. You can help
E
yourself to that room
vediamo
there.
di farci aiutare
All right,
a
time to
tradurre
start
questo
deciphering
libro.
this scroll.
Let's wait somewhere outside so Grim can concentrate.
Do you think maybe I could stay and watch? I really do want to study the ancient tongue. I promise I'll be quiet and not get in your way, teacher.
What did you just say, child?
That I'd be quiet and...
No, what did you call me?
Teacher? You said you didn't want to be called ma'am, so I thought maybe that'd work.
Yes, satisfactory. All right. I'll teach you how to read Ancient Avarost.
Thank you so much, teacher!
We'll leave you two alone then. Let us know if anything comes up.
Bene, a quanto pare Laphicet è rimasto con la sua nuova insegnante a imparare un po' di lingua antica. Bene, per passare il tempo farò un po' di esplorazione qui intorno. Bene signori, come sempre io vi invito a lasciare un commento. Sono molto curioso di sapere se questo gioco fa per voi o se vi è noioso, se questa serie vi sta appassionando o se semplicemente la guardate in maniera del tutto passiva. Io spero che stiate apprezzando questa serie perché il gioco merita veramente tanto.
Listen, I don't know what they told you in Yseult, but our village has its own traditions. This village is under the divine protection of the Empyrean Amenoch. For unbroken centuries, a line of his priestesses have guided us. They're tasked with performing the sacred rites of worship. And sometimes, they even deliver us his words and will.
And there's still a priestess today?
Of course. And her daughter is training to become our next priestess. Although, I sometimes feel they push themselves too hard. Both mother and daughter are giving their all for Haria. But the Abbey doesn't care about any of that. And they stole our temple from us.
By force?
An exorcist named Teresa came and heard us out. But from the very beginning, she always intended on taking our temple. Her words may have been kind, but that doesn't change the fact that she demanded that we worship her god, Inominat. In all the years we've worshipped Amenoch, not once did we ever try to force others to adopt our beliefs.
Why haven't I seen this priestess she's talking about?
Ovviamente posso pensare che le battaglie possano essere noiose da guardare e ripetitive, ma questo non è vero perché è tutto basato sulla strategia e andando avanti ci saranno arti sempre più belle da vedere e non vedo l'ora anche di sbloccare altre arti mistiche. Ce ne sono altre due oltre quella che ho attualmente appreso e ovviamente io non punto molto a farvi vedere i combattimenti quanto più la storia, perché ognuno di voi o chiunque insomma giochi a questo gioco è libero di fare le proprie strategie, di combattere come vuole. Questo è un gioco che lascia veramente libero spazio al combattimento. È veramente un gioco che da un punto di vista dell'azione è veramente un free roaming. Perfetto, ne abbiamo lasciati un po' indietro di sti cosi, purtroppo non ne avevo più di sferette sufficienti. Allora qui non si può passare, tanto qui sotto ho appena visto che c'è un altro forziere, lo andiamo a prendere. Saccaccio di Gald, vorrei ben dire. e vediamo un po' se passando di qua posso riuscire ad andare a parlare con quel tizio. No, vabbè, qui no, assolutamente. Vediamo un attimo se si può passare. Beh, va bene, dai. In questo momento non ci interessa quello che stanno dicendo. Quindi ripeto, lasciate un commento, dite la vostra, perché è molto importante.
Banning local religions. The Abbey sure knows how to oppress the populace.
I'd imagine that comes part and parcel with spreading the good word. Other gods would only get in the way.
From what we overheard, it sounds like they've taken over Amenoch's temple, Palamedes, to use as their base of operations.
Sealing it off would be provocative enough, but straight up taking it over? Not a lot of so-called reason to that. Unless... Do you think they need it for some other purpose?
Shrug.
E quindi ovviamente in questo villaggio dei mari del sud la violenza, la forza, la continua presenza dell'abbazia impone la loro religione, e questo si traduce in persone sottomesse, questi esorcisti che si comportano come dittatori, che come protettori del popolo.
What connection do you think there is between the violent demon Teresa mentioned and this village?
Couldn't tell you.
Could there have been a demon blight breakout here? This village doesn't look like it's been attacked, but...
Whatever it is. If it keeps the Abbey's eyes off us for once, that's good enough for me.
You really will use anything and everything towards your own aims, won't you?
Yep, and that includes you. As I'm sure you've noticed.
Bene. Procuro.
So she digs being called teacher. Well played, Laphicet.
She wasn't so fond of ma'am, so I guess he figured he needed an alternative.
You can tell how badly he wanted to help her with the languagey work. I think our MALAK boy's finally finding himself.
So it would seem.
Già, Laphicet è molto più intelligente di quanto si possa immaginare e ha trovato un ottimo stratagemma per farsi insegnare qualcosa che apprezza e che tiene in modo particolare. Bene, Eisen, vediamo che dici.
It sounds like deciphering the text might take some time.
We should be prepared to wait it out here a while. Hopefully it'll all be worth it in the end.
I hope so too, but ancient Avarost is complex. It's not just a matter of knowing the grammar and vocabulary.
Oh? Then how exactly do you read it?
I'm not sure about the specifics myself, but from what I understand, you kind of have to intuit a lot of it.
A language based on guesswork? Thanks, old dead people. You're officially the worst.
Assolutamente, sono d'accordo.
Oh, ancient Avarost. You have the obstinacy of a spurned lover who refuses to move on.
Even for you, teacher?
It's this one crucial line. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, from what you've taught me so far, it looks like it says... Sa, Popo, Mucho, Sanchon.
Correct, but if you merely translate it word for word, it ends up saying, the parent hates tomatoes, the child eggplants.
I doubt those have much to do with the Nominat. Yeah.
Their grammar is nothing like ours. Sometimes you have to reorder the words, and even then the meaning can require leaps of logic and flashes of intuition.
reordering. So like, San-san, Pocho Pocho, Pocho Musan, Pocho Musan. Can you read it that way?
Pocho Musan. Now where did you get that from?
These words are lined up, like they repeat. And when I read this part that same way, it just felt right.
Pocho Musan. If that's repeated here, then the passage turns into the Nameless Empyrean.
Empyrean!
Ho ho, that has to refer to Innominat. I think we're on to something. Alright, so if we apply this rule here, then... It would seem to be a book of children's counting songs.
It's not about Innominat?
What matters is what the song says, child. And I think you will be very interested in the words.
I wonder if they've made any progress yet.
Shall we go check on them?
Ok.
Well, any results?
Yes. Well, thanks to the boy here. As it turns out, he has quite the knack for languages.
Only because I've got the best teacher.
Careful, honey tongue. You'll give this old girl ideas. Huh? Now, child, I'm sure they're curious about the song we unearthed. Why don't you read it aloud?
Yes, teacher.
Song?
8-headed is the lord of the land, with 7 mouths to devour malevolence. Through pulses of earth doth base nature's flow, as he awaits the time of awakening. 4 Empyreans may tear him asunder, but so long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn, in sight of the full crimson moon. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart, the nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Therians?
Essentially, this ancient text you found is an annotated volume of drawings and songs pertaining to Innominat.
Annotated? Then hurry up and just tell us what it means.
I'm sorry. So far, we've only figured out how to read the song lyrics.
All right.
I take it we're still in for a good long wait before it's thoroughly decrypted.
Likely so, but if we want to find out what the Abbey is up to, we need to know what's in this book, no matter how long it takes.
What the Abbey's up to, is it? I think we can learn much, even from the lyrics alone. The drawings depict him with 8 heads. One of them belongs to his main body, but the other 7 are his mouths. Those mouths consume malevolence, sending it along earth pulses back to that main body so he can awaken. The 7 monsters fitting that description are called...
Therians.
Right. Now as for this malevolence, I have no idea what that means.
What about the second part?
I haven't studied much ancient history, but it said this world was created by 4 Empyreans: Earth, Water, Wind, and Fire. But they also call Innominat an Empyrean. Perhaps a war broke out between Innominat and the other Empyreans that resulted in him being sealed away.
But if there is someone to connect with this divine power, the Therians will keep spawning. And just like that, Innominat will be revived. If we assume that Shepherd Artorius fits that bill, and that he's trying to reawaken Innominat, everything lines up.
Which means our job is to find these Therians and cut off Innominat's heads, so to speak.
But where do we even start looking for them?
Remember, the song states that the Therians in Innominat's body are connected through earth pulses. If their job is to feed Innominat, the most effective place to position them would be at the earth pulse points.
Points?
The places where the power of earth pulses is concentrated.
Places with that sigil. Hey, remember the barrier that was keeping this bug in the forest?
Wait, are you trying to say that thing's a Therian? And yet, it would explain why the Abbey was keeping it locked up.
And there was that same barrier at the villa, too.
That's right. Do you suppose that was also a Therian? Does that mean the Therians all come in different forms?
Should we go to Logres and check?
We've just started deciphering the book. I'd hate to lose time on some fool's errand. I'd rather know at least a little more about what's in it before we make a move.
Something bothering you, Grim?
This line. The one about Therians being forever reborn.
I just felt the same thing as I did in Warg Forest.
The needle's pointing in the direction of Amenoch's temple, Palamedes. Do I recall hearing that the Abbey took that over?
Temples and ritual sites are often built on places thought to be rich in spiritual energy. Could the temple possibly be an Earth Pulse point?
There's lots of earth pulse points scattered all over the world. If there's only 7 Therians, most of them will be empty.
It's not like we have any better leads. If there's even a chance, shouldn't we go check it out?
Better than sitting around waiting on the book. If nothing else, we'll find out what Laphicet is sensing.
Just a theory, but if you were to kill a Therian...
What?
I guess there's only one way to find out. Never mind. Good luck out there.
Bene signori, a questo punto abbiamo una visione più completa della situazione. I Therion sono la chiave. Artorius probabilmente ha intenzione di riportare in vita Innominant. E la situazione è questa. Dobbiamo cercare questi Therion e distruggerli. Noi sappiamo anche che Velvet è un Therion. E quindi vedremo questo come si ripercuoterà su lei stessa. Nel frattempo dobbiamo cercare questi varchi temporali. Forse uno è nell'abbazia che si trova qui, su quest'isola. Ma per oggi, signori, ci fermiamo qui. Grazie per essere stati con me e noi ci vediamo come sempre a un prossimo episodio. Ciao a tutti.